I'd been waiting for this for so long. The chance to take on one of the most beautiful hiking trails in the world. I can't wait for you all to join me on my epic adventure, so sit back and relax as we hike the Tour du Mont Blanc. Okay, a very good morning and welcome back to Drunk on Wanderlust. Now, can you guess where we are? Look at this! We are in the Alps and we're about to start an epic adventure doing the Tour du Mont Blanc. It's something I've been excited about for a long time now. It's on the bucket list and yeah, we're so excited to get started. So let's just show you a little bit about the trail. Come on! The Tour du Mont Blanc is 105 miles long and features more elevation gain than the height of Everest. It traverses through France, Italy and Switzerland, circumnavigating Western Europe's highest mountain. It's one of the world's classic multi-day treks and is on every serious hiker's bucket list. I wouldn't be doing this alone. I have my gang with me, Danny, Charlotte and Devon. Q is moving, going on a cable car. We were excited and raring to go, but nothing had prepared us for how beautiful, strenuous and mighty this hiking trail would be. So we have just taken the Bellevue cable car up to 1,734 metres, I think it is, or 94 metres. We did that to miss off the first big climb because we're doing more than one stage today. We've got a fair few miles to do and I hadn't done a cable car in the Alps before, so it was something I really wanted to do. And now we're gonna walk down to Col de Vos. We'll show you where we meet on the map and then catch back up with the trail. We took the cable car as we struggled to get into a campsite for night one, so decided to utilise one of the allocated wild camping spots further along the trail. We still had a lot of ground to cover in order to reach it before dark. Looking around at the top, we were stunned with how beautiful it was already, and we hadn't even started. So after taking a few photos and videos, we knew we needed to get moving and begin this crazy adventure. .6 miles to go. The first half of the day would be all downhill into Les Contamines, 650 metres back down to be precise.
She's ready to go.
I've had my snacks. I'm really excited. Everything is so beautiful already. Yeah. I can hear the cows' bells, but I can't see the cows.
Is that what they are? Cowbells?
Yeah.
Oh.
I was still nursing a knee injury and had been advised to take trekking poles. Luckily, the team over at Pike Trail had sent me some carbon fibre, ultra lightweight poles to test and review, which ended up being a godsend. I wasn't used to hiking with two poles, so it took a short while to adjust, but I'll admit I couldn't have finished the trail without them. I can't recommend them highly enough. I'll pop a link to these poles in the video description, along with a 20% discount code for anyone that may be interested. In the meantime, we were embracing the beautiful French scenery, which made us feel like we were in a Disney movie.
Goes the baker with his tray like always.
The same old bread and butter sell every morning. Well, you can't beat a good sing-song on the trail.
We've got 10.5 miles left to go. I think we have like 5 or 6 miles until the town. Bugs are trying to kill me. And then it's uphill.
We passed through a few of these picturesque villages on day one. Literally every building looked like something off a postcard.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
There's a lot of downhill on this bit, so I'm having to take it nice and slow because my knees aren't properly healed yet from the Bob Graham round in the Lake District. So I'm using 2 poles, double pole wanker. Normally I don't use any because I'm filming, but Danny's doing a lot of the filming on the downhill bits for me, bless her. Thank you very much, Danny. Very kind of you, very kind. Just 2 weeks earlier, I had injured my knees attempting to hike the Bob Graham round. another very difficult trail. If you haven't seen the videos yet, they're out on my channel. And if you're a new viewer, why not click that subscribe button? I have tons of hiking trail videos you can check out. And my next big adventure is going to be the Cape Wrath Trail in September.
My pole got stuck in the hole.
Our aim on this trip was to try and keep our pack weights down as much as possible. Water on most sections was readily available and didn't need filtering from the fountains we came across. We had only packed limited snacks for this reason and knew there were shops in the town we could resupply at.
How many miles to get to the spa?
1.9.
Yes, go on then. Trot on.
Trotter.
It's warm.
It's very warm.
It's 27 degrees actually. Oh. But there they are.
We thought 27 degrees was hot, but we hadn't bargained for the heat wave Europe was having, and in a few days' time, we would be dealing with temperatures in the mid to late 30s. Luckily, we'd all packed our sun cream. One thing we were quite proud of, we'd all managed to get our base weights of our packs down to 10 kilograms or under for this trip. Even Danny, who had still managed to pack her hair straighteners. Now, if you'd like me to make a video at some point showing what we packed, please let me know in the comments. I'll see if I can get one sorted. By the time we got into town, it was around 3 o'clock, and by now we were all starving.
Okay, so we are at Le Contaminé, and it is officially the end of stage 1. However, we're going to carry on and do another 2.5 miles to an allocated wild camping spot. I think it's called like Refuge de la Balme, something like that. And first, we are going to eat loads of food because we are starving. This trail is so beautiful, it's amazing, but it is quite physically demanding, and we've been having snacks, but we've not really had a big meal. So we're gonna have a coffee, we're gonna have all the food ever, and then we're gonna keep going to the campsite.
The town itself was beautiful, with plenty of shops, bakeries, and outdoor stores to pick up anything you needed.
So I just went for a wee in this old school French toilet. I mean, I know it's no different to weeing in the woods, being stood on this weird thing and just weeing, but I'm not really about that life. It was just a very odd experience. I just wanted to do a wee in what was supposed to be a public toilet, but I was stood on what looked like a shower.
I probably should have mentioned to Danny you're supposed to squat and not stand. Whoops. Well, we reached Notre Dame de la Gorge and began the 500-metre climb up to our camping area.
We're the wrong choice. Crawling. Again. The chocolate eclairs coming right back up. Yeah.
It felt relentless.
I'm not gonna lie, the bit climbing up from the church
I've just been hate behind.
is an absolute killer. It is steep and it's the end of the day and we are shattered. We've got just over 2 miles to go. I feel like we've just done about at least a mile. We did 0.2 of a mile. 0.2 of a mile. And I'm dying already. I think I ate too much at lunch as well, which is not helping. We'll hit you back. Our new tactic for this climb is stopping every half a mile, and we're going to continue doing that for mawams and other such sugary treats.
I nearly sipped up my water.
Until we get to the top. But we're going to make it. We're going to make it.
Just a quick tip, if you're hoping to do this trail and would prefer to stay at one of the refuges rather than camp, make sure you book them way in advance. Some of the popular ones get booked up a year ahead.
1 mile left to go. Dying a slow and painful death. There is actually a wild camping area here, but the one a mile on has got a toilet and a sink, or so I've heard. So we're going to push on
slowly but surely, after a little break. The last mile, and then we arrived, and it was worth the climb. It was set in the most beautiful location, just opposite another refuge, and yes, there were toilets and sinks for use in the wild camping zone. It's free to pitch between the hours of 7 PM and 9 AM, and it's first come, first serve. Hello everybody. Well, let's have a quick recap of day one, shall we? The Tour Du Mont Blanc. Here we are, look at this. It's just absolutely stunning. We're in the Alps. We made it to Refuge de la Balme. So my accent and my pronunciation is terrible. Please excuse that. We are absolutely shattered. I can't sugarcoat it, we are shattered. I think it's mostly because the lack of sleep of last night. We've got the chorus of cows with their bells puttering around, so we're gonna have a nice musical night again tonight. We're so tired, but it's been stunning. It's been so stunning. Like, it's been like this the whole day, and that last kind of 2 miles was like walking through treacle. It was just absolutely, I just can't. I'm just done for the night. I think we're going to crawl into our tent, probably just eat a protein bar, and you know, that'll be us done. We've got a bit of a shorter day tomorrow, but I'll tell you all about that in the morning. So we're going to say goodnight. Very eventful day. How about that? Sorry you're not getting a really detailed tent life tonight, but we'll save it for tomorrow. Ciao. Very good morning, everybody. Here we are, day 2 in the Alps, day 2 of the Tour du Mont Blanc, and last night it pissed it down, absolutely pissed it down. We actually managed more sleep than the night before, so we've had a solid kind of, I'd like to say 7 hours sleep, but we had the chorus of cows with their bells plodding around in the night, you know, keeping it nice and musical, but we're in good spirits. It stopped raining, the tent has dried out, so that's really good. Now today we've only got about 7 miles to do, so it's a nice easier day than yesterday. I say easier, we've got a lot of ascent. It's like one big whoo and down the other side. We're going to the free campsite at Le Chapieux, I think it's called, so that's where we're heading. Anyway, let's check out the refuge, shall we? Where are we going tonight?
Chapieux.
Chapieux. Perfect way to start the day. Can't have caffeine, but they got a hot chocolate.
Cute stuff.
Now this was a nice touch, being able to pop over for a hot drink in the morning before setting off.
We've had coffee, bits, we're off and we're ready.
Are you ready, Danny?
Yeah, man.
Ready for this uphill?
No.
Let's do it. Up we go. Up indeed. We had 845 metres to climb, and the first part was pretty steep. Our legs were aching still from yesterday's climb, so we only had one speed setting that morning, snail pace. We are getting there. We've got 2.8 miles to get to the top, and then it's all downhill from there. But the speed we're going, it might take us another few hours, but we're doing it. Sorry.
We're nearly 2,000 metres up.
The morning had started off pretty cloudy, but it was still incredibly warm. We were trying to stay hydrated, and there were plenty of streams to filter water from on this section. We eventually reached 2,000 metres. Just another 470 to go.
We have got our first bit of snow to cross. Just gonna wait for Danny, then we're gonna trot on, get it done.
We had brought crampons with us, but due to the heat wave, the snow crossings were only short, so didn't bother with them at this point. It is recommended that you take some though, as the weather is unpredictable in the Alps. Take today for example. The temperature was 30 degrees, but the wind was stronger the higher we climbed, so we're constantly changing layers.
Another costume change for Danny. 1.2 miles to get to the top. We're going to have a little stop when we get to the Refuge, which is in about 0.2 of a mile. Have nice little foodies. Here she comes trotting over. Hi. And then, yeah, and smash out the last bit. It's downhill for the rest of the day. Whoop, whoop.
Even though we had bought some supplies in town yesterday, our bodies were working hard and craving more calories. The thought of a hot meal at the top was just too tempting. We saw a few of the adorable mules at various points on the trail. I think you can book with an organised tour where the mule carries your camping gear, but we would rather carry the weight ourselves. The last 200 metres up were a bit of a scramble, but in a way it made the climb more interesting, and the views, well, they speak for themselves.
Comedy gold.
Now this was a great feeling.
We are 0.2 miles from the top of the climb for today, and that will mean we would be 2,475 metres up.
More snow crossings, and these ones were quite slippery. In hindsight, probably should have put our crampons on for this one.
We are almost at the top, but it wouldn't be complete unless Devon was sick on the mountain. So he's had a little vomit, and now we're ready just to summit, and we'll carry on our merry way.
Made it to the top.
Yeah, yeah, man. Charlotte just darted in the background. Well done, baby.
Yes, that was the hardest bit of the day done. Now for some food and a nice beer to wash it down with.
Scranning, this is what we need, some good food. Well, we have just had some foodies, ridiculously expensive food. And now we're going to start our way down. I'm just spinning you around so you can just see the view. Look at this, baby. Yeah, very nice, very nice. Yeah, so 3.3 miles downhill to the campsite. We can do it. Let's rock it.
Now, if any of you viewers are watching this video and thinking of doing this trail, please drop me a comment. I'll be happy to answer any questions you might have, and can even send over an itinerary if it helps. And down we went for what seemed an eternity. I was incredibly thankful of my hiking poles this afternoon. Even if you don't have an injury, hiking poles are a must on this trail.
She'll be coming down the mountain when she comes, when she comes. She'll be coming down the mountain when she comes, when she comes. She'll be coming down the mountain, coming down the mountain, coming down the mountain when she comes, when she comes.
Well done, baby.
Thank you very much.
The lower we descended, the hotter the afternoon sun felt, so we kept topping up our sun cream whenever we had the chance.
I
I think the sun was sending us all a little bit loopy.
This is Danny Cam. It's hot. It's very hot. It's got to be late 20s, but hiking in it with no shade is emotional. We've kind of hit that wall where we're just all so tired, and the campsite is about a mile away and it's downhill, so it shouldn't be too difficult, but we're all kind of like, we're just trying to will ourselves to make the pilgrimage to the campsite. Charlotte and Devon are kind of having a swim / bath in the little river. I'm just burning away. Love that for me. See? Hello! She looks like a little alien trying to keep herself from burning, and her poor little kneesies are hurting, so send her love. Poor me.
We limped into the free campsite by late afternoon, totally exhausted. Once again, it's first come, first served for the pitchers here. We set up and headed over to the restaurant for beers before bed and had an early night. Celebrate your hiking achievements with Officially Smashed It's sustainable, non-plastic souvenirs. We hand make these beautiful collectible medals for any hiking trail or mountain. Each medal has a magnet on the reverse and a detachable branded ribbon. We also donate money from each sale towards planting new trees with the organisation Just One Tree. These medals are perfect as a gift, and we'll even personalise them on request. We're also excited to announce that you can now find our products in selected retailers along with our online stores.
Good morning and welcome to day 3 on the trail. Now yesterday was quite an intense day despite it being less miles than the day before, but we've camped at the lovely campsite called Chapieux. My accent is awful despite taking French at GCSE, love that for me. And we all had a bit of a bad sleep because we kept waking up. I had sunburn, so I decided to strip and then get freezing later in the night. That was cute, but it is lovely here. We got coffee yesterday, loads of snacks, there's a pub, and this morning it opened at 7, so we were able to get coffee before the bus. We are crossing the border today. We are going to Italy, so we're really excited, but it's going to be another tough day, so let's hope our muscles work, the sunburn holds out, and yeah, come on, we'll show you on the map where we're going.
There's a shuttle from the campsite to cut off the first 2 miles of road walking, but we still had 15.5 miles to hike to get into the town of Courmayeur, which is in Italy. Most people end the day much earlier and stay in Refuge Elisabetta. However, it was already fully booked, so we had to push on further to get a hotel in town.
There he is. Fresh as a daisy, ready for the next day. Sure.
We took the shuttle and got dropped off at La Ville des Glaciers. From there, we would have a climb of over 700 metres, and today we would reach the second highest point on the original trail route at 2,515 metres at Col de la Seine.
We're doing it. It's nice and warm already. We're catching the sun already, and it's only about 9 in the morning. We've got about another 450 metres of up and then some down, which we're quite looking forward to today actually. I think it's going to be a hot one, but we're doing it. We're all right.
The sun was beating down. The weather was going to be glorious. One massive advantage was the perfectly clear skies. The views were incredible as we climbed that day, and luckily this section again had plenty of places to filter water.
Had a little snack stop
Needed a nice squashed, melted double-decker. Feeling ready to go again. Enjoying this gorgeous view. Getting a nice tan actually. Let's crack on. We did notice a slight difficulty with our breathing this day, the higher we climbed. We wondered if it may have been anything to do with the altitude, or was it just the heat? If anyone else watching this has done this trail and experienced anything similar, please let us know in the comments. Shooby-doo, we're on the mountain, on the mountain. It was pretty funny when the temperature was now mid-30s and we were walking across snow.
We made it to the top, just about. Another one down, officially smashed it. Boom.
Me and Danny had a wander round whilst Devon and Charlotte cooled off on a patch of snow. I think the heat was affecting us all a little bit differently. Danny went a little bit doolally. No time to hang about for too long today. We needed to start descending. There was still a lot of miles to cover. We did spot some marmots on the way down, which was lovely to see, especially for me, as I didn't even know what one was before today. For anyone else wondering, they are large ground-dwelling squirrels similar to the American groundhog.
I challenge you to a duel.
Hunger!
La baguette.
Now, we weren't 100% sure at what point we would cross the border into Italy. They should put a flag up or something. But we knew when we reached the next Refugio, we had definitely made it across the border. We have crossed over the border. We are now in Italy, baby. And up there, I don't know if you can see it, up there, that's Refugio Elisabetta. But we're not staying there tonight because we couldn't get booked in. Boo! Charlotte's been testing out a new tactic to help going downhill with her knees. And has it been working?
Yeah, it does work, yeah.
There you
It
go.
seems to like make your knees hurt a little bit less, definitely.
Ah, good. Good to know.
Still going strong.
Yeah. Devon and Danny had struggled a bit today with the climb, so we decided I would take them on a lower alternative route to Courmayeur through the valley, and Charlotte would continue to take the high route as she was experienced at navigating and had a reservation at the top in one of the refuges. We had a lot of fun this afternoon despite the heat and knew we had a nice hotel bed waiting for us, which made it even better. Stopping for a cheeky break in the shade. It is getting warm. Warm. So we're just trying to stay hydrated. There she is,
I look like a sun. Sorry about
Oh no, we're just a bit sweaty and knackered, but we're doing it.
This week on The Hunted, Devon has blended in with the group from Korea.
안녕하세요.
Now I've got to admit, we all thought this section was one of the most beautiful through the valley, and it was a fairly easy afternoon as we made our way into Courmayeur. I'm going to take a moment to tell you about the free hiking club that I run. It's called the Officially Smashed It Hiking Club, and you can find details on a dedicated page on my website. Now, if you'd like to come and join us on a trail or on a day hike, make sure you check it out. We're just getting dates booked in for next year, and we're going to be doing all different kinds of trails that range in length and difficulty, some just day hikes and some wild camps with overnight stays. So make sure you get involved. Thank you so much for watching part 1, and please don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, as the next episode will be out next week where we crossed from Italy into Switzerland. But for now, we were going to relax and enjoy our night in Courmayeur.